This morning we were up bright and early. We went to B&Q, now it's open again, and got some compost for the allotment, and we were up the allotment quite early. I filled these 4 raised beds that I made with compost and planted 2 beds with sweet corn. I've probably got another bed of sweet corn I can plant, but I'm going to leave that a week or so and see how these ones get on. The front 2 you can see there will have courgettes in, 2 in each. So we're making some progress on the allotment, which is great. At home in our back garden, the flowers are starting to come out. We've got this lovely lilac bush at the back of the garden, which flowers for a couple of weeks a year, and it's really nice. The rose bush climbing up the shed is doing really well. It's really grown quite a lot in the last year or so, and lots of buds are ready to burst open. Some of these pink little flowers near the front of the garden are doing well and coming out, and our pots I think are probably looking the best they've ever looked. We've got a mix of some different plants, some that are perennial, and we've got some other bits and pieces, some forget-me-nots, some daffodils that are still just sort of finishing, that I've mixed in with other plants. So they're looking really nice on the decking. In the last probably 2 weeks, most of the mint has all started to grow again. So the main sort of mint, spearmint, is doing really well, but the other types of mint are all starting to come back nicely now. And our veg beds are all filling up nicely. In the first bed, nearest the house and the decking, we've got some Brussel sprouts that were in from last year. I thought they were sort of going over, but actually they've had a bit of a resurgence under a bit of cover away from the pigeons. We've also got some pea shoots that I've grown in this little tub, that we're just picking for eating in the garden or for salads. And I've got that second tray is full of lettuce, so I'm going to pull some of that out and grow to bigger heads, and some of it will just eat as cut and come again. We've got a bed of carrots, some of which, the 2 rows at the top here, have been under a plastic container, so they've sort of had a little greenhouse. So they're doing really well, and hopefully we'll have lots and lots of carrots this year. Our peas are doing well as well. The 2 biggest rows here were planted first, and the other ones I've added a bit later. And our potatoes are all coming up now. So these are our first earlies. So we've got 2 beds. The back bed seems to be doing a bit better this year. I think it gets a tiny bit more sun through the day, so it's sort of doing well in one corner, but they're all doing really well. And these are the rest of the seedlings that I've got in pots at the moment that are going to be planted out. Now it's getting a bit warmer and the frost is going. So we've got a few more sweet corn there, another 12 I think, to go in another bed at the allotment. We've got some daisy flowers, we've got courgettes, and we've got loads of tomato plants. So they're all going to go in beds in the garden, probably in some compost bags. In the front garden, these pink flowers are looking really nice. They've spread out really nicely this year. Rosemary's doing well as always using that for our roast dinners and things. Lemon balm spreading everywhere. Rhubarb, we've just had a huge pile of rhubarb and made a crumble out of it, and we've bought another plant that's going, it's the one you can see there, and that's doing well. Chives are all in flowers and the bees are loving them. They always look really pretty. I did cull them back quite a lot because they were getting a lot of them, but I've let them grow a little bit more again because I like them in the garden and they're really pretty. We don't tend to use too many of them in the cooking, but they are nice. Another rosemary bush there, the one we normally use for cuttings. And here's our strawberry patch. Lots and lots of flowers on at the moment, so I'm really looking forward to a few weeks' time when these turn into berries. I think we're going to have a really good crop this year.